say anything to Cam before the kick? Anybody say anything to him?
No, I got out of the way and let Cam do his thing. We practice those situations every week, all the time, and that's something that there's no doubt that Cam was going to make that kick.
3 straight games with a 2-minute drive at the end. Describe how comfortable you and the offense is out there with that little time left.
Yeah, again, I mean, that's something we practice all the time, and it's something that, as an offense, as a unit, we preach. If we get the chance to end the game with the ball in our hands, we got to do it. And we believed in Cam, and we knew if we get it down there, he'd make that kick.
MJ, just talk about when the kick goes through. What's running through your mind at that point?
It's just his team. It's just they don't back down. We don't back down. We got offense got our back. We got their back. It's just crazy. And the things that we've been through so far this season through 3 games, it's just kind of there's not a lot of words for it, but it's really cool.
You go through the interception return was a touchdown.
Yeah, we had ran a blitz there, and the back, I swung with the back right away because he swung out, and I was kind of waiting for the quarterback there, and Pierre made a great play, came off the edge and got the quarterback, and ball flew up in the air, and I didn't really know what happened right away, but yeah, Pierre made a great play, and I kind of benefited from it.
What sort of statement you guys made there?
Yeah, I mean, we taking the fight to them right away in the game. That's what we wanted to do, and playing fast, and Pierre was doing that, and like I said, I benefited from Pierre making a play there, but we made a statement early, and I think it gave us some momentum going into the game.
How did the run game take over the game in the second half?
I think Coach Polisek for trusting us and believing in us. That's real big and important. And the Rams up front did a tremendous job of getting us some holes open and stuff, and we just took advantage of them.
Okay, would you feel you ran harder today? The all running backs maybe ran harder in this game than the first 2 games of the season?
Absolutely. We're going to continue to grow as the season goes on. We just going to continue to get better and better. And I feel like today was a really good day for us.
After last week, the shootout with Eastern Washington, how do you readjust yourself to a physical, grinded-out kind of game like this?
It starts with practice and our preparation. We got to get the scouts ready, and they got to help us out, help us get ready to go. And I thought we did a good job of practice all week this week of simulating what Iowa was going to do to us, and we got the job done.
MJ, when you guys looked at game film all week, did you believe that you could assert yourselves on both lines, that you could enforce your will?
I mean, if you asked if we would rather play Eastern Washington or, a little bit more run, zone defense or zone offense, I think, it gives us some ability to fit our fits faster, and I think that's, we're a little bit more suited for that. But, what? I mean, I was watching them fill, and they're a great team. I mean, the guys they're really big, they're really long, all the respect to them, but, there was, we don't go into a game, thinking that we don't have a chance to win or have a chance to enforce our will a little bit. We kind of grinded it out with them, and we started fast, and we finished really good, and offense did a great thing, and it worked out well for us.
With that, Coach talked about the feeling of belonging. Where does that come from? Is it coming from winning so many games before, or is it something that coaches teach you?
Look, it's in the culture. I think there's similarities between both of these programs, but there's things that we do on and off the field that I think we try to carry ourselves a certain way, and so does Iowa, and we try to compare ourselves a little bit, and say that we don't have, like I said, we don't go into a game thinking that we don't have a chance. So.
MJ, you were in Manhattan 3 years ago. Can you compare any similarities, any feelings of that?
It's a little bit better playing and being a starter and making some plays and stuff. But geez, right towards the end there, it was almost the same situation. Could have been 21-21, and Cam goes down and kicks a field goal, and what same score, 21 or 24-21, but there was obviously some similarities there, but it's just the feelings a little bit more intense this time around.
What do you think got going at the running game, Easton? It seemed you guys got some rhythm going. What do you think was breaking free in that third inning in the fourth quarter?
I think it's just something that we kind of talked about, and that was our plan is just keep grinding and keep beating on them a little bit, and I thought we had a good plan, and we knew if we could get that thing to the fourth quarter, we felt really comfortable and knew we'd have a chance to win.
Easton and King, what did you make of that 15-play drive that ended with the 2-point conversion? I mean, what's going through your mind? It feels like a big statement of a drive against a defense like that.
I think that's our culture. That's Bison football. Tough, blue collar, and we wanted to go down there and going for 2. We wanted to win the game. That's Bison pride, and credit to the Rams and the Chiefs, the tight ends. running backs. Those guys played so hard on that drive. Receivers coming in and throwing their bodies in there, blocking. Credit to that group because they played really hard, and I think that exemplifies Bison football a little bit.
Talking about that last stop, you don't get the 2 and you're down. It seems like Iowa maybe has a little momentum at that point because they're up by 1. I mean, just talk about being able to get that stop after they may have got a mini bit of momentum.
We just always talk about finishing the game, finishing the play. There's a few drives that didn't go so well for us, and we just had to get them to 3rd and long there, and we did. And Robbie came down and made a huge play for us. So we thought we could get the ball back to the offense, and that's what we wanted to do as soon as we could. Like I said, some guys made some stops. Robbie came down, made a huge play, and that's just kind of we always talk about finishing games, and that's what we did.
Easton, you watch Kansas State on TV. How big do you think this win is for the program now, your 3 years being here?
I don't know. I don't know if it's fully sunk in, the magnitude of all of it. I know that's a really good football team, playing in the Rose Bowl last year, obviously ranked really high, and we saw it on film. That's a really good football team, and credit to them, credit to this environment, their fans. That was a ton of fun to play in. Really proud of this team.
What was it like running against this football team, to go against Iowa, being there in the trenches?
It was a lot of fun, a real physical game, which is my kind of game, going straight ahead and lowering the pads and getting them tough, hard yards in there. So we did a good job of that today.
Coach said that, based on what you guys did last 5 years, winning 5 national titles, this isn't the biggest win in school history. But where does it rank in your minds? I mean, first Easton and then King and then...
Yeah, I think Coach said it right. This is a huge game and huge for our program, but at the end of the day, this isn't the goal. We want to win the conference. That's our goal every year, to win the Missouri Valley Football Conference, and that's something that starts in 2 weeks, and so we got to prepare and get ready for that and keep getting better and hopefully give ourselves an opportunity down the stretch. But really proud of this one.
Yeah, I agree with Easton. It's a really big game for us, but this is not what our goal is. Our goal is to be hosting up that trophy at the end of the year. So we got a lot of work to do still. We don't go back to work next week.
King, this is the level you started your career in, this FBS game. Is there an extra chip on your shoulder in this one, just knowing that this is where you started and you can absolutely still compete against these guys?
It was a chip on my shoulder just because of my performance last week. I felt like, I feel like I didn't play my best ball, so I felt like I had to come out here this week and really make a statement. And I felt like we did a good job as a group. I'm proud of all the running backs. From Lance to Bruce, we all did a tremendous job running the ball today after contact and on contact. So credit to all of us.
What's going through your mind there on that final drive as they're getting ready to put you in a position where you can make that kick?
Yeah, the team has been doing a great job all game moving the ball. I knew we were going to get it down there and have a chance at either a touchdown or a field goal, and I was just doing my 1/11th out there.
Did you think that they were going to attempt to ice you at all there?
No, I wasn't too concerned with it at the time. If they did, then it's fine.
What was the biggest kick before this one, Cam, you ever made in your life?
Probably Youngstown on that comeback.
Does this feel similar at all in the nerves or anything? Or Coach says he just let you be after the timeout was taken?
Yeah, it still hasn't sunk in for me yet. It was just a great team effort, and give credit to Iowa. They were great too, but when it came down to it, I think we know how to finish after the first 2 games of the year, and we did that.
Say anything to you at all?
Just a couple guys telling me they believed in me, but they kind of let me be.
When you kicked it, was it one of those where you knew it was good, or when you put a foot in it, what were you thinking?
I thought I hit it well, I guess, contact-wise, and I thought it was going to go in. It was a little closer than I would have liked, but got the end result.
When it went through, what's the emotion? What do you remember after that happened?
Well, I was kind of blacked out a little bit there, but it was just really cool, just hoping I didn't get tackled by any linemen.
Zach, what changed in the second half for you guys to run the football? It just seemed like you guys dominated on the ground after halftime.
I think we realized what we really need to do, and we realized that we know we can move those guys. We also fixed the little mistakes that we were having through the first half. We were staying on blocks more, and ultimately that helped us run the ball a little bit better.
What was it like going against these guys, though, against Iowa? A lot was made of their size and their muscle and all of that. What was it like going against them?
They were a good defensive line. They were good. I feel like I can match up with those guys pretty well. That's the confidence I have in myself. So I felt I was pretty evenly matched with the guys that I went against, but they were also a very good defensive line. They made plays, and we also made plays, and that's how it turned out.
Was Austin back? Did that make a difference, having Cooner in there? What were your thoughts of just adding him into the mix?
It's good to have a guy with that much starting experience to come back. Tanner played well those two first games, and I feel like it really didn't. I really didn't notice that it was someone different. Maybe communication-wise, that would be the biggest thing, because he knows more of the calls and he's been around it longer. But having Cooner back is also a big plus. I mean, he's a guy that can move people all the time, so it was also real good to have him back.
Zach, 3 straight games where you have to run the 2-minute drill. Describe how confident you guys are with that, and it was just flawless again today.
You know, I said this on the radio. I guess I don't get nervous for these things anymore after Kansas State. I mean, I was pretty nervous for that one. That was one of my first games, but it just kind of seems like a thing that we're so confident about it, and we know that we can drive the ball down the field and score every single time. And getting into that 2-minute drill doesn't bother me one bit. It's kind of a challenge, and I like the challenge.
Similarities at Kansas State would be what?
Oh, well, the final drive, like the 2-minute drill and stuff, so that's kind of how I put it into perspective a little bit.
Cam, as you're moving up the field, are you trying to think about the kick, not think about, how are you preparing when you can see that, you know, the team's within the field goal range and you're going to have a shot?
Same as every other field goal, just go, once we get past the 50, go take a couple kicks into the net and just try to get comfortable, get stretched out a little bit, feel fresh going into it.
Zach, you're a 5th-year senior. You've been around a lot of wins. Where's this one rank for you?
Ooh, this one's way up there. This is, I mean, especially with their ranking coming into the game. You know, I put it right up there with Kansas State. I still put, you know, those championships up there at the top. I mean, those mean a lot more to me. I mean, it's a national championship, but these games are definitely right under those.
Grew up watching the Big Ten. You just beat a Big Ten team. For both of you guys in Big Ten country, describe that feeling.
It was great. I finally got my chance against a Big Ten team to show what I could do. I mean, I was overlooked in high school, but I couldn't be happier where I am right now. I made the best choice of my life coming here.
Cam, do you want to add to that?
Same thing, grew up a Badger fan, and it's great to go out there and beat the Hawkeyes, but they're a great team, give them credit, they deserve it.